And welcome to episode 220 of Why Did I Buy This? It's been a while. My name is Lindsay Mann. I am from Canada and I love to craft as well as share ideas with you. So, we're heading into the fall season, which means that fall themed crafts are on my mind and nothing is cuter than a pumpkin card. So, today we're going to be playing with that. Now, a couple of things that I wanted to point out before we get started with our crafting is, first of all, you're going to want to like and subscribe to this video to make sure you don't miss out on any of our future videos. I always share lots of different ideas, and I'm here to give you some great paper crafting inspiration. Secondly, here in Canada, we are having a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Starter Kit sale. It is crazy good. In the 22 and a half years I've been a demonstrator, I've never seen anything like this. So the way it works is you get to pick anything you want to put in your starter kit. You can choose $165 worth of product and you only pay $48. There's no shipping or GST charged on it, which makes it even greater savings. It's crazy. There's also an option to pick out more product and pay a higher fee, but my recommendation would be to get the less expensive starter kit and then put those things on your first order, because then you're going to get a discount on your order and it starts working towards your quarterly minimums. We can talk about that more. If you have questions, just reach out in the comments or you can message me. Yeah, and we also have a kit sale that's going on Monday through Wednesday next week. So I think that's October 6th to 9th. Am I right on that? I have no idea what the dates are. You probably noticed I've been away a lot. I actually went to Europe for a couple of weeks. I was doing some hiking in the Alps. I love to hike. It's one of my other passions outside of crafting. And so I got to hike something called the Haute Route, which is from Chamonix, France to Zermatt, Switzerland. And it was spectacular. I am turning 50 this year. And so I'm working on my 50th year of fun. So I am doing things that I really love to do. And that includes getting to craft with you. So let's get started. I'm gonna do the awkward transition so you can see my hands. Be sure to comment along. I love to see your comments and see what you're enjoying. Go ahead and share this video with your friends. And yeah, I'm gonna do the awkward transition right now. So just gonna get you clipped into place here. There we go. All right. All right, everybody can see okay. Now, I'm playing with a very beautiful pumpkin suite called Beautiful Pumpkins. Haha, there it is in the title. And what I love about this is it's a photorealistic two-step stamp. So it gives you that look of almost a photograph, but you're using two different stamps to create the detail. And that allows you to layer color with ease. It's very, very simple. It also comes with a coordinating die, so you can buy the two items together with one item code, excuse me, and it is 10% off when you do that, or you can buy the items individually if you would want one or the other. Okay, so with the Beautiful Pumpkins, we are going to bring in some of our designer series paper. You can see I've already done some die cutting on this one. And we're going to use our two large pumpkin stamps. Now, I have found it's easiest if you start with the more detailed of the stamps and leave the bolder one for last. So we're going to bring in the Timid Tiger, and we're going to stamp this full strength. So there you can see what I mean when you look at it. It's got that shading all built in, which is so cool. And then we're going to do the more solid of it, but this time we're going to stamp off. So I'm just going to stamp that on the side of my grid paper. And it makes it a lot easier to line it up if you do it in that order. I tried it the other way and I was having a really hard time lining it up. But here you can see it creates that beautiful feeling of the layering and the shading with those two stamps. So now we're going to bring in the die. And you can see we have a die that's designed to cut this out. If you're new to die cutting, basically a die is just like a cookie cutter. It's designed to cut out the paper and the images so that it perfectly lines up. So when I go ahead and do that, this is what it looks like. So I just wanted to make it quick for you in this video. So here you can see it's ready to go. I've also gone ahead and die cut a stem. So you can see on the die, it not only cuts out the stem, but it adds the little detail in there, which is really helpful, all in one step. And I'll use a little bit of multi-purpose glue to be able to add the stem to our pumpkin. So we'll throw that on just like that. You can see already it's created such a beautiful little cute pumpkin. Now I wanted to add some kind of elegance to this card. And so what I did was brought in the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. So the nice thing about it is there's nothing Christmassy about this paper, but I did like the lines. And I used the tags die called Patterned Tags die. And I just used this one here to cut out this. So that's where we're getting that layering piece for our card. And so from there, we're going to start building our scene. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Dimensionals, these nice double-sided foam pieces, to add these on. And I like to just go ahead and kind of overlap with the glued stem. It just helps to ensure that we have a little bit more security with that. And we're going to stick that onto the project here. So it's just going to overlap with the tag. And then I've also gone ahead and pre-die cut these vines. So there's 3 different options, but I've used 2 of them. And I've just cut that out from gold foil, which you can find on my online store. So here you can snip that in half, and we're just going to tuck those behind. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue here on the bottom of the vine. So we'll flip that and tuck it in. And then this one here, we can flip this over. We can actually add a dimensional on top like that. And I'm going to put 2 just so that it lines up with the tag, because we've already popped up the tag. So now it's going to fit better onto our project. So there you can see what the element looks like. So I'm bringing in my, I'm going to add this here in a minute. I'm bringing in my card base. And I wanted to add a little bit of shading to the background. So I'm going to bring in my Pool Party ink. There you go, Sharon. There it is, Pool Party Friday. If you're new here, you probably haven't heard, but I have a favorite color, and it is Pool Party. And she uses it a lot on her projects. But it's kind of like a neutral in my opinion. It's just a nice light blue, and it makes me happy. I'm sure you have a color that makes you happy. Go ahead and drop it in the comments if you have a favorite Stampin' Up! Color. And if you don't know Stampin' Up! Colors, just tell me what your favorite color is. We can help you find a favorite Stampin' Up! Color. Okay, so there you can see I've just added a tiny bit of Pool Party shading to the background. Now I'm going to use my marker to create a little bit of splatter. Now this is the cap we're just going to use as a tool. The key is you want to be very gentle with the tip of your marker. So if this isn't for you, I'm going to show you another way, but if you want, you can just gently against the lid, just sort of flick it, and it creates that little bit of splatter there, just like that. And the other way you could use it is with the pen end. You could just dab it like that. It makes larger dots, but that's okay. If you don't want to, if you're worried about the tip of your marker, you don't have to do anything beyond that. Okay, so from here, we're going to now add our tag. So I'm going to stick that on like so. So here you can see why I've doubled up over there, because we're going to double up on the tags. So this is going to stick down like that. And now I'm going to add this bow, which I have cut from the tags dies here. And it comes with 2 pieces. So let me show you how to build this bow and make it look like you've got a double tied bow. So with our multi-purpose glue, we're going to add just a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot, just enough to make it so that you can see it. And now this is going to go on top. You'll notice it doesn't line up because we want it to look like it's, that just needs to dry. It's tied in a double loop, so it's gonna layer on like that. So there you've got that pretty little bow. Just gonna turn it a little like that. There we go. Beautiful. And now we want to add a greeting. So you could do a happy Halloween card, but at this time of year, especially in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving next weekend. So I wanted to do a gratitude card. And it just so happens that in this beautiful pumpkin stamp set, there's a really nice gratitude stamp. And it says, so grateful to have a friend like you. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our basic white cardstock there. So we've got our nice little greeting, and what you can do to make the flagged ends, this is a trend in paper crafting, is to cut it in the middle, just give a little snip, and then from the edges, you're going to match up where you made that snip. And I find that that helps you to more or less get an even flag. So same thing over here, snip in the middle, and then from the corners, we'll match that up. Okay, very nice. All right, so now I'm going to use some seal to add this onto our pumpkin, and we'll just kind of tuck it down here like that. And then we're going to bring back in this little one here, and we're just going to add another leaf. So we can throw that on like so. Now I love these iridescent foil gems. They're just such a nice, neutral, elegant looking gem. So we can throw one in the center of our bow. This little guy just slipped because the glue's not dry. There we go. And we can throw one over here and over here. And there you have such a cute card. Now let me show you what it looks like when we've mounted it onto our card base. So this is where we're going to write our card. But you can see it is just such an elegant, pretty card. And it's not a Halloween card. It's just more of a gratitude card. And at this time of year, it's nice to let people know that you're grateful for them, right? Okay, I have a couple other projects to show you. I'm just going to walk you through them instead of craft you through them. So this one here is such a nice way to be able to do a Halloween treat for a friend. This isn't what I would do for trick-or-treaters. This would be what I would do for a coworker or for a neighbor or for a girlfriend. So this is using our book treat boxes. And let me show you what that looks like. The book treat boxes come in a pack of 10, I believe. And there are 2 pieces to it. So here you can see is the one piece, and then this is the other piece. So there's one side that's more shiny and one side that's more matte. The matte is the outside, the shiny is the food safe side. So what you're gonna do here is fold your little box, and you can see it's all scored, which makes it very, very simple to assemble. And I also love that they've already included the adhesive, which makes our lives just that much easier. So we're gonna fold on the score line, tucking in those little flaps. And there's one side of the box, and then the other side, we're gonna pull off the sticky strip on that, and then also fold that in. So there's the little box that's gonna capture your goodies. And then here we have the book side of it. Now the kicker is that you want this, sorry, I keep flipping it around. This is going to be stuck into here, so we can pull off the backings on that. And I like to just line it up with the score line, like that. And then this is going to fold closed like that. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you. This one here, you'll notice that the little bookend has a sticky strip here. We're gonna leave that on. We're not gonna stick it closed because that would make it so that you can't open it without destroying the project. But if you put a piece, so I just cut out this little postage stamps rectangle, you can tuck that into it, and then you can open and close it and fill it with treats. So this does fit a gift card. I'll just show you what it looks like with a gift card in it. It does fit a gift card. And it's just really, really cute to be able to do that. So all I've done, same process. I 2-step stamped those. I've added the stems. And then the front and the back, I added the there's like really pretty, I think it's called Harvest paper. You guys know I'm terrible with names. It's just 3x4. And then when I stick it on, I just trim it with my snips to be able to have the rounded edges like that. So that's project number 2. And the last one is a nice simple project. This one here is using the party alphabet dies. These are massive. You can see how big the letters are there. They would be great for school projects or for making banners. But the thing that I love about these is that they make really fun cards where you've got the feature being the letters. So here's what I mean by that. So here I'm using that same designer series paper, and I just cut out BOO, and then here we've got the little pumpkin. Same thing we've done with the gold foil. And there you go. Oh yeah, I got a new sweater last week, and I really, really love this sweater. Thank you very much, Brenda. It is, it just feels like fall. It's actually a very nice day, but it feels like fall, so it feels a little bit cool. So I'll show you one more time. We've got our letters being the focal point of our card. We have our adorable little treat box here. And here you can see we've got our gratitude card. So if you would like to have these products in your collection, be sure to visit my online store and shop away. Remember, orders that are over $60 will receive my Creative Stamping Collective video tutorial. It's 12 projects that are all featured around a theme. And you can get that for free just by placing your order that's greater than $60. That's before shipping and tax and after any redeemed rewards. As well as if your order reaches $90, I also ship out a little free gift for you. Now, keep in mind that Canada Post is on strike right now, and so it's things are a little delayed because it's very, very expensive to ship outside of Canada Post. But you know, here we go. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching this video and sharing it with your friends. It means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.